Hello and welcome to this week's newsletter. Lots to get through this week, so I'm going to hand you over to myself and a driver review of the new drivers that have just been released. Hope you enjoy. So we have 3 big driver releases this month, don't we? And I now have all 3 in. We have the Callaway AI Smoke, we have the TaylorMade QI10 and the Ping G430 10K. All different strengths and radiuses, all generally going to this carbon technology, aren't they? Okay, TaylorMade first tried it with the carbon wood face. Have to say the Stealth 1 wasn't their best driver, but they improved it a lot with the Stealth 2, and now we'll see with the QI10. Callaway have now gone the carbon head route. They've still got a titanium face, but they've now got a carbon crown. I wasn't a big fan of last year's Paradigm, to be honest. I did struggle to hit it kind of late. Well, it was okay when I hit it out the middle, but slight off-centre strikes. I did find the old Paradigm didn't perform as well as perhaps the one previous to it, the Rogue, which was a fantastic driver. And then we've now got the Ping G430, the 10K one, which is their version of the carbon crown titanium face. Right, okay, let's start with the technology, and we'll start with the Callaway AI Smoke, okay, and why they claim it's a lot more forgiving than the Paradigm. The all-new AI Smart Face optimizes driver performance using swing dynamics from thousands of real golfers. So they've got lots of data on all these golfers all over the world, okay, and they've used AI to determine where most people hit the golf ball. These swing dynamics, or swing code, consist of swing speed, club delivery and face orientation just prior to impact. This promotes optimum launch conditions and tight downrange dispersion. With the AI Smart Face technology, micro deflections are activated upon impact, helping to optimize launch and spin off-center shots. The result is sweet spots in and all over the face. So basically it's a lot more forgiving. 360 chassis is being refined to promote increased weight distribution by adding an internal titanium support structure. The carbon chassis is now 15% lighter. This mass redistribution into the head to improve launch conditions and add forgiveness. Each carbon forged sole features a unique colour and carbon pattern, making every piece one of a kind. Basically, you can see that on the head. Let me grab one. So yeah, it's a very pretty design, as we've said before, but is it a lot more forgiving as they suggest? Well, let me hit a few and let's find out, shall we? So I've got the Callaway Smoke AI Triple Diamond, which is the smaller, slightly smaller head, deeper face, spins a lot less. I need a driver that spins a lot less because I do create a lot of backspin. I hit down on it quite a lot, unfortunately. So yes, I've got a stiff shaft in there. It's a normal sort of thing, low launch, low spinning shaft, low launch, low spinning head, basically. That's what I need in my drivers. First things first, it is a very good looking golf club. I like the pattern underneath at the bottom there, but also behind the ball, it does look very nice behind the ball. The Paradigm last year, to be honest, was a really good looking golf club, just a bit unforgiving. This one is equally as good looking, with that kind of graphite kind of tint to the crown, but hopefully this time it's going to be a bit more forgiving. So looks wise, yeah, it's really nice. The Triple Diamond sits a little bit more open, which is what I prefer. I do like to hit the ball left, so when it sits slightly open, that certainly helps me with looking over the driver. So let me hit 10 balls or so, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Certainly felt very nice. Came off the face nicely. Certainly plenty of carry on it. Yeah, felt nice, looked nice, sounded nice. The acoustics in here are always a bit odd, but it did sound good as well. Right, let me hit a few more and talk. So there's those 10 done. Now I'm going to move on to the TaylorMade QI10. So here we go, the TaylorMade QI10. I'll give you all the results at the end, okay, but the Callaway, that was very nice, and it certainly feels a lot more forgiving than last year's model certainly was, but the results will follow at the end of this video. TaylorMade QI10, I've got the low spin version with the adjustable weight in the middle of the club there, okay. I'm not going to adjust it, I don't generally need to adjust it. I find if I adjust it, it just makes me hit it further offline, but you can adjust the weight there to the toe or the heel if you like. Again, the low spin head, low spin shaft, okay, for my gold swing. Certainly looks wise, gone to a jet black finish, so they've lost the two-tone colours of the past. Jet black finish with a navy face now rather than the red insert that they had, okay. Again, it's a nice looking golf club, nice simple design, quite rounded, I think, by the looks of things. Now, what do they say about the technology? Okay, our goal with the QI10 family is to make each driver as forgiving as possible using advanced multi-material constructions to increase inertia. QI10 is engineered for a balanced blend of distance and forgiveness. Wrapped in a clean and confident package, the QI10 has been strategically engineered to help players optimize distance and enhance forgiveness. It features lower CG projection and higher MOI than its predecessor, delivering balanced performance without any trade-offs. The new Infinity Carbon Crown. An Infinity Carbon Crown covers 97% of the total crown area, crown to the top there, creating a strategic advantage for mass redistribution and enhanced forgiveness. At address, it delivers a sleek and clean view, yes, I agree with that, that pairs with subtle alignment cues, setting the stage for confidence and success. Yeah, okay. The third generation of the 60X Carbon Twist face boasts a significantly lighter face than the traditional titanium construction. This engineering feat reduces forward weight and maximises energy transfer at impact for better ball speeds and preserve performance on off-centre strikes. An involved support structure bonds the face and protects ball speeds for off-centre hits. Proven tailor-made technologies featuring staples of tailor-made driver, QI10 allows you to fine-tune the loft 4 degrees. Furthermore, the through slot speed pocket is the cornerstone of tailor-made technology that continues to preserve the ball speed for optimal performance on low face strikes. Okay, so that's the technology. Basically, it's just they've gone with the carbon face again. They've just tried to improve on what they had done last year. So like I said, it does look very nice. Yeah, it's a little bit rounded, but I quite like the jet black look to it. They've lost the two tones of the M series and the Sim series. Right, let's have a little hit and let's find out how it performs. Well, it certainly went nice and straight. Let's see how that performs. Again, felt good off the face, not too similar to the Callaway. Maybe a little bit crisper strike, perhaps, I don't know, really. Didn't quite get the soft strike that I did with the Callaway. It just sounded a little bit crisper and tinnier, perhaps, sounds slightly different, but not in a bad way, just in a different way. But certainly felt good, again, looked good, and acoustic-wise, sounded different, but not in a bad way. Both equally as good. So that's the TaylorMade QI10. I'll hit 10 more and we'll just find out what it does performance-wise. Right, okay, that's the TaylorMade and the Callaway done next to the new Ping G430 10K driver. Looks-wise, doesn't look too different to what the normal G430 would look like. In fact, you wouldn't really know the difference apart from there's a 10K on the toe of the club there, 10K max, okay. You can certainly see there is a carbon design to the club head on top there on the crown. Can you see that on the camera? There's a little bit two-tone there, so it's showing you the carbon head and titanium face. But let's just see what Ping have got to say for it. It's called the Max 10K because it eclipses the 10,000 G centimetre square combined MOI threshold, setting a record and making it our straightest and most forgiving driver ever. A fixed back weight, our largest head profile, and a carbon fly wrap crown help G430 Max 10K launch the ball higher with less spin for consistently longer and straighter shots. Okay, so it's all about the MOI for Ping, okay, and with that new, what do they call it, 10,000 G centimetre to square combined MOI threshold. So they're taking the MOI to the limit, basically, okay. The fixed back weight allows for a record-setting MOI as it drives mass down and back to increase forgiveness and optimise the centre of gravity, lowering spin and ensuring ball speed preservation across the face. The carbon wrap crown and ultralight composite crown wraps into the heel and toe sections of the skirt. Weight savings are relocated to lower the CG, reducing spin and raise MOI for increased ball speeds. Ping's biggest head profile to date maximises the USGA allowed hill-to-toe and front-to-back dimensions while staying within the 460cc volume limit. This eye-pleasing shape helps square you to the target and inspires confidence to hit it longer, straighter tee shots. Thinner face with spin consistency, the shallower and thinner forged TS9S Plus titanium face is optimised for more flexing to ensure faster ball speed and relies on spin consistency, a variable roll radius innovation to optimise spin across the entire face for added distance. So that's that. It also mentions the sound because pings in the past have sounded a little bit odd, haven't they? They're not been for everybody. To be honest, I don't care what it sounds like if the ball's going down there at 280 yards down the middle, but to some people that is important. The multi-material head sound is less muted and slightly louder than a G430 Max to give you a sense of even more powerful, satisfying tee shots. Now that'll be to some people's liking and not others. But yes, looks-wise, I wouldn't say it quite looks as good as the two other heads that I've been using, the Callaway or the TaylorMade, probably because I've gone for the lowest spin heads. This is the lowest spin driver that Ping do, so it'll be interesting to see how it performs. For me, the head just looks a bit big, but we'll see. If it works, who cares? I'm all about the results. But actually, looks-wise, you know, yes, it looks quite nice. The two-tone is quite nice, but generally it does look like a G430. So let me hit a few and let's see how it performs. So behind the ball, yeah, actually looks very nice behind the ball, to be honest. Feels good. Let's see if I can hit a couple of good ones. Let's see how it performs. That will certainly test the forgiveness in the face. It's certainly come off the toe, but it looks like it's flying okay. So let me hit a few more and let me come back to you with the results of all three drivers. Okay, so there we have it with a Ping G430 10K. To be honest, it's difficult to give it a fair crack because I haven't quite got the right shaft for me there. That's Ping's lowest spinning shaft that they have sent me. There are a couple of others that they do in the range, but in the fitting stuff that they send, they don't quite send me enough lower launching and lower spinning shafts for me. So it's not quite a fair test, but anyway, it certainly was forgiving, certainly went quite nicely and reasonably straight, so let's take a look at the results, shall we? Okay, so you can see all these results on the screen. Let's scroll down. The Callaway IO Smoke, the TaylorMade QI10 and the Ping K10. To be honest, the Ping, like I said, I didn't have the right shaft in it, so it's not gone quite as far because it was spinning too much, but we can still have a look to see how it performs. Dispersion wise, there's my map over here on the right hand side. Can we see this on the screen? So there or thereabouts, you can see the green line here, which is the Ping K10, is just holding off a little bit behind the dispersion just because of those spin rates. But TaylorMade and Callaway, there or thereabouts, aren't they? Okay, so let's have a little look at where we are. Let's go back to, sorry, find the right, here we go. Let's go back to my table. Okay, so let's go back to the very first one, Callaway AI Smoke. What do we notice here? Ball speed, always very important, 148.2 average. That's quite fast for me, so pleased with that. Launching at about 14 degrees, which is pretty optimum. Spinning at 2,569, that's maybe a little bit higher than what I want. 2,400 would be pretty good, but there's probably a couple of mishits in there with I've spun too much. Now, generally I have, let's have a look at the total. So I've hit it on average 251 through the air and 271 total. Now I'm quite pleased with that. That is better than the Callaway Paradigm. I've hit a couple to the left, 1, 2, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. So, but there's 11 drives there, so 4 missed fairways out of 11. That would be quite good for me, to be honest. And nothing overly offline. 30 yards offline is not dreadful for one of my bad shots. Average dispersion, standard deviation, 18.5 yards offline. That's pretty tight. That's pretty good for me. So 251, 271 with the Callaway IO Smoke. So pretty good, fair reflection of my driver with those. Right, now to the QI10. TaylorMade, ball speed, 148.1, so 0.1 slower than the Smoke, so nothing in that. Launching, just maybe launching a little bit lower, 13.2, okay, that could dependent on strike, and spin rate very, very similar. 2,562 as opposed to 2,569 there, total spins, yeah, okay, so very, very similar there. Distance wise, over here on the right hand columns, carry 250 average, total 270 average, so nothing between those two. One a little bit long and left, one a little bit right, one a bit left, so maybe you missed this airway 3 out of 11 there perhaps. Standard deviation 17.2, so 1 yard longer with the Callaway, but 1 yard more accurate with the QI10, but ultimately nothing to choose between the two. Both very, very good drivers. One miss hit there that spun an awful lot, but yeah, very good. So 0.1 within ball speed, which is all important. Now down to the pin, which we know didn't quite have the right shaft. Now you just got to look at the spin rates here. So ball speed again, just come off the face a little bit slower, couldn't get it going for some reason. That's because the shaft was a bit soft, so ball speed dropped down to 145.3. Because of the shaft, I'm launching at 14.9, so launching it too high. Because of the shaft, I'm launching it with 2,890 worth of backspin, yeah? So that all adds up, that extra 300 revolutions per minute of backspin, and the drop of 3 miles an hour is averaging 10 yards left. So over here, look, 240 through the air, 258 total, standard deviation offline 19.4. So nothing in terms of accuracy really. It's just unfortunately that shaft we couldn't quite get what we wanted, could we? Yeah. But ultimately, what have we learned there? Well, we've probably learned there's nothing between the two, the Callaway Smoke AI and the TaylorMade QI10. Both are equally as good as each other in my hands. So I think that means, for me, the QI10 has made a leap forward with that carbon face. So after the Sim 2 Max, which was a great driver, they tried the Stealth. The original Stealth didn't perform very well at all. The Stealth 2 was better. That QI10 is loads better than the Stealth. So they are now back to where they were with that Sim Max, okay? The Sim 2, that was such a good driver, and they made about 4 or 5 years of good drivers there, didn't they, yeah? So they are now back on point with that QI10. That's a really nice driver, and I hit it really, really well, and hit it very straight and a nice trajectory as well, which is all important. Now the Callaway AI Smoke is definitely better than the Paradigm, definitely more forgiving than the Paradigm Triple Diamond, that is for sure. The loft centre hits are still going reasonably straight, and that is what it's all about. I think they messed up a little bit last year with the Paradigm, and all the feedback that we're getting is that QI Smoke is so much more forgiving than the Paradigm. Whether it's as more forgiving as the Rogue from 2 years ago, who knows really. Perhaps I should do a test with the Rogue from 2 years ago. I don't suppose there'll be too much difference between the two. But certainly the QI Smoke is very, very nice, looks nice, sits behind the ball well. I can see me, oh, it's going to be in my bag. I'm going to have the Callaway in my bag. Ollie's going to have the QI10 in his bag. But to be honest, I wouldn't mind either of them because they both go equally as well. I probably just prefer that slightly grey look on the Smoke. That's the only thing that I can distinguish between the two. The Ping K10, it's so a bit frustrating because I haven't got the right shaft to compare it to. But it'd be interesting to see what you think of it if you take it out on the golf course and have a bash with it. Yeah, so I don't mind you coming in. We'll tape it up, we'll stick a bit of tape across the top so you don't get any sky marks on it, and you take it out and let me know what you think, because I can't really compare it because we haven't got the right shaft. But generally, the TaylorMade, superb, the Callaway, superb, should be a really good driver, should be a really good year with the driver. And actually, I've struggled with driver recently, and that QI Smoke has helped me out. I'm hitting it so much straighter, so I'm quite excited for the year to come. Right, thanks very much for watching my review. If you've got any questions, or you want to book yourself for a fitting, or you want to take one out on the golf course, come and speak to me. We can do all of that. We can take you out for a fitting onto the driving range, into the practice net, onto the golf course. You can go try them out on the golf course if you want to. There's plenty of options there. I know all of you don't like to come in here and look at the technology. They just you like to see it out on the golf course and see the ball flight there, okay? You can do both. You can come in for a fitting, get the numbers. I can recommend the driver for you with the right shaft, the right head, the right grip, and then you can take it out on the golf course and see what you think on the golf course, yeah? All options are available. Right, okay, that's everything for my club review. Hope you enjoyed it. So any questions, just drop me a line or give me an email,
and I'll hopefully answer them for you. Right, thanks very much.
Okay, so there we go, a review of those 3 drivers. Okay, let's quickly finish up now with a bit of competition news, and we'll go back to last week's ladies divisional Stableford, where Jules Harbord won Division 1 for 33 points. That's the ladies divisional Stableford. In Division 2, Jeanette Heatherton won with 30 points, and in Division 3, Maggie Hart won with 24 points. Well done, ladies. On Thursday, we had the men's midweek Stableford, where Nick Bickers won with 36 points, beating Jim Robinson on countback in Division 1. In Division 2, Ben Warnoff won with 40 points, beating Ian Harbord and Cameron Weiser into 2nd and 3rd, both on 38 points. And in Division 3, Sean Maloney won with 38 points, beating Barry Peake and Martin Simmons into 2nd on 37. On Sunday, the juniors had their winter Stableford, where Addison Martian won with a fantastic 47 points. Well done, Addison. Noah Richardson finished 2nd with 42 points. And also on Monday, we had the optional roll-up Stableford, where Matt Leggett won with 41 points, beating Richard Old and Laura Westhorpe into 2nd and 3rd on 37 points. Right, okay, that's everything for this week. Nearest appearing competition at Pebble Beach. The 7th hole has got 1 more day left, finishes on the 31st. Pebble Beach starts this week. Rory's playing over at Pebble. The closest at the moment with 1 day to go is Harvey Baldwin, 4 foot 2 inches from the pin. Right, that is everything for this week. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.